Hello and happy Thursday again, and welcome to another episode of Caitlin's Music City Skinny. I had to move up the time this week because I've got a buyer who has a small window of time to go and look at property today, so had to move Music City Skinny around for a little bit today. But I've still got great content and I am excited for today's episode. I love, and like there's like a little fly, so I'm not being weird by just like doing weird hand motions. But anyways, so today we're going to be talking about how many homes should I look at before making an offer. And so this I think is a really great topic to talk about because I know that especially first time home buyers can kind of wonder like what does the process look like, and you know, of course you can have that HGTV idea in mind where you're like, all right, I'll go pick out a few houses then pick my favorite one. So, and that's not really how it works. So we're going to kind of dive into what the three typical types of home buyers are going to look like. So your first buyer is going to be your research ready buyer. Now these are the buyers that are going to do all the research on the front end, and they are going to be very specific because they're going to want to maximize their time when they're going to go look at listings. So what does this mean? So this means that they are researching neighborhoods, they are researching listings, they are literally nixing off any listings that do not match their criteria. So they are doing everything up on the front end. And so this way, like they're also going to be driving the neighborhood. They're also going to be taking a look at what schools are around. They are really going to want to hone in on where they want to be, and then from there narrow down their listings so that the few that they take a look at are just like some really, really great options for them. So those are going to be your really research ready buyers. They're going to see less homes typically, and then they're going to know what they're going to want to put an offer on pretty quickly. Now, then you're going to have your shopper buyers. So these are fun to work with because and this is what I typically see with my out-of-town buyers when they're relocating to Nashville. They are going to want to go see several homes in several different areas because they're going to want to shop around, get a feel for where they want to be, which is completely and totally normal when you're moving to a brand new city. So you're going, it's going to be a little bit of a longer process, and we might have another appearance from Astro. We'll see if he holds off on his barking or not. But you're gonna, yep, come here, come say hi. Can you come say hi? Say hello, I'm back again. You say, He thinks it's weird when I talk to the camera and nobody's there. So he likes to fuss at me sometimes. So we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, so your shopper buyers, they're going to be looking at several homes. They're gonna wanna really get a feel for what's on the market, and then they're gonna start to narrow down from there. And then lastly, you're going to have your focus buyer. So according to research from the National Association of Realtors, an average home buyer will go and see 10 homes before they make an offer, and the search process takes about 10 weeks. So what does that really mean? Well, when you're doing the home shopping process, if you've never done it before, you can think it looks a lot like HGTV, where you're going to, just pick a couple houses and then pick your favorite one. So that's not really how it works. So the reason that the average is what it is because the buyers have worked with their agent to really hone in on specific questions and concerns and things that they're looking for in their home. And so that's like why the process can take a little bit longer, because what they may be looking for is specific and there might not be as much inventory. So they're really trying to figure out what to do. And then typically, if you're trying to figure out what to do, like those first 5 homes are going to really give you an idea of what you do like and what you don't like, and then you start to narrow it down from there. It's kind of like dating because, when you're dating, you date different people trying to figure out the things that you do and you don't like, and then you really figure out those don't so that you can better focus on what you do want, and that's kind of like the home buying process. So now, if you're getting ready to start the home buying process, what should you do? Like, where do you think you're going to fit in? What are some good rules of thumb? So go online and do your research. Like Google Earth is going to be a really, really great tool for you. So it's going to allow you to start to walk neighborhoods if you want to. If you see the listings, put the address in, drop yourself into the neighborhood and just start moving around. So that way, if you're, say, from out of town or you don't have the time during the week to drive out to this new area that you want to be in, it's going to be able to give you a better idea of what you're looking at before you actually get there. And then go out and get your feet wet. Go look at several homes that are going to match that basic criteria. So again, you can start to narrow down on what it is that you really want. So then you can better tweak your search to those that are going to fit that more specific criteria. So that's kind of my stuff for today. Like I said, I love getting to work with home buyers. It's a really fun process, and it's really cool to get to see when a buyer really walks into that one house that speaks to them. Just their energy's different, the smile on their face is different. It's a very cool process, and I love that moment a lot because, you know, without me having to say much, it's like I can already start to know, I'm like, this is probably their house. So I love it. And if you're thinking about doing the home, you know, going through the home buying process, then I would love to help you. Like I said, I love working with buyers. I also work with sellers too. So I like to do both sides, keep it fun, keep it interesting. So if you know anyone that's starting the home buying process, just go ahead and tag them below so that they can get this information. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of Caitlin's Music City Skinny, and I will see you again next week.